And we're back for another episode of the Early Morning Tonight Show / Hempfield at Home, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. I'm your host, Orion Jennifer Aniston Jones, and this week we will be subject and tackling an issue that has long since haunted the American public, the 12-year age difference between Jay-Z and Beyonce Knowles Z. Stay tuned for more. Our top story of the night, those bald cats, the ones without any fur. We're trying to figure out why they're here, what is their purpose on Earth, what are their aims, what are their intentions, do they need sunscreen? We don't have any in the studio or on the premises right now, and for that, I'm very thankful. All right. In foreign news, my cousin's recent trip to urban Denmark was canceled. We can only speculate to the reasons why, but in the meantime, we sympathize for my cousin Harry. Now over to Connor with the latest in literature. Connor?
Good evening / morning, Orion. I must say, books are for chumps.
Riveting stuff. Thanks for joining us, Connor.
Always a pleasure, Orion.
And now for an all-new segment, Ellen Alerts, where I beg and plead for Ellen DeGeneres to have me on the show. Just one segment, Ellen. Just please, it's not that long. My mom knows who you are. It would be really cool. I know for a fact that you were one of the 165 viewers we had on the last show, and it would be awesome if you had us on the show, or me specifically. Us. I don't know who us would be. Just me. It's fine. It's all good. In music news, people continue to pretend that popular music isn't good and think they are better than everybody else. What the obscure mumbo jumbo, like under the table garbage stuff that they continue to listen to. This is nothing new. Quarantine has changed nothing in that fact. Now, over to our resident film critic and 2-time MMA Grand World Champion, Ethan Miller.
Welcome to the top 3 movies I watched during quarantine. Number 3 definitely has to go to the Shawshank Redemption. Now, this movie is not for the faint of heart, but it basically is about this guy called Shawshank, and he murders his wife or something like that, so God, played by Morgan Freeman, narrates his life, which financially cripples Shawshank, and the whole movie is like him trying to find cool rocks and sell them to get out of debt. I highly recommend this one. It's kind of like Animal Crossing. Coming in at number 2. The second best movie, I'm going to go with The Shining. This is definitely another darker movie, but this time it is straight horror. The main villain you may recognize as the Joker from Tim Burton's Batman. He's kind of irrelevant otherwise. I don't really know what he's in. To be honest, I don't even know why he's in this movie. But anyway, his kid is being annoying the whole movie. He starts writing on the walls about a red drum, and like he summoned a ghost grandma at one point so that we can't play the movie in school. And then Cooking Ainsley shows up out of nowhere. The plot gets messy. I think it was based off of some unknown writer's novel or something like that. But we're here for the action. Am I right? Now, before we get to number 1, here are some honorable mentions. Breakfast Club. This one probably would have been higher if they actually ate breakfast or were in a real club at any point in this movie. Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. This is easily the best Star Wars movie, and it isn't even close. Pulp Fiction. Samuel L. Jackson was in this one, and it's easily Chris Nolan's best work. Great director. Now for number 1. Now, this is not just the best film I've seen during quarantine, but the best film ever created, and that is Paul Blart Mall Cop. Immediately, we are thrown into the life of struggling Paul Blart, a single father who dreamed of a career in law enforcement but was shot down by the very society he wished to protect due to his naturally low blood sugar. Despite his hardships, his optimism never falters, and he takes the job of a mall security officer, accomplishing his fantasy on a smaller scale. His mall is seized by a deviant and heavily armed group of thieves, and only Paul Blart has the ability to untangle their elaborate scheme. This is a movie about family, a movie about self-acceptance, and most of all, a movie about the hypocrisy of society and the collapsible but ever so robust stigma of just kidding. Number 1 goes to Over the Hedge. This is the best movie of all time.
That's all for today, Hempfield. Or should I say the combined 15 teachers and students that have watched these things. I'm Billy Ray Eilish. And remember, stay inside, stay safe, and live from New York, it's Saturday night.